Shannon White, a pediatric nurse at Children's National Hospital in Washington, D.C. The past 2 years of being a nurse in a pandemic were nothing I ever thought it would be like. If you were to ask me 7 years ago when I was graduating nursing school, would I be ready for a pandemic? I would say absolutely, throw me in. And then having 5 years of experience working on all acute care floors, I was not prepared at all for what a pandemic would mean physically, emotionally, socially, as a nurse. However, it goes without saying, the pandemic was hard. It was hard on everyone. It was hard on patients. It was hard on the healthcare system. It was hard on nurses. It was hard on doctors. But I would say overall, it increased my connection with others. I think that I tried to go above and beyond to connect with my patients while I was wearing a mask or a PAPR or goggles or glasses. I tried to be at the bedside as much as I possibly could, even though we were trying to avoid going into rooms as much as we possibly could. I know that I felt connected with the travel nurses who came to help us. I know that I felt connected to the ICU nurses I got to know when I floated to the ICU just to help out when I could. I know I felt connected to family members. I remember there was one night I was working night shift and there was one patient who always had a family member on a Zoom, whether she was sleeping, whether it was 2 a.m., 8 a.m. And I remember talking to this patient's aunt at 3 o'clock in the morning while the patient was sleeping. So even though it was hard, even though it may have been discouraging at times, even though it just changed my career trajectory, it changed who I think of myself as in my personal life, who I think of myself as a nurse. I think overall I felt connected to myself, to my patients, to my staff, and even in the hardest times, it was a joy to be able to show up to work with my staff members and get through the day.